Hi, it is June 2nd, 9:17 p.m. And I know it's been a couple of days since I've posted, but I finally just got over whatever I was going through in these past whatever days that I haven't posted. And I was just going through a rough time mentally. I'm sure all of us can relate. um Today I want to talk about, I guess, the silver lining in these like 3 4 days that I wasn't doing okay was the topic that I'm going to talk about today, which is let yourself feel gratitude. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about what I was feeling for the past couple of days and then go from there, and how I came to the conclusion of feeling gratitude. So, like most of us, I think I fall into this trap of thinking about what my life should look like. You know, um, I had one of my therapists tell me once that when you use the word should, there's like some shame or guilt that you're carrying, and it makes sense because you never really know. Like you probably have like an idea of what you want your life to look like, but when you start talking about how it should look like, then you kind of don't let life do its thing. Like, you get disappointed when things don't work out how you'd planned them to, or you beat yourself up when things don't go the way you thought they should have. And it's a recipe for disaster, ultimately, right? Um, doesn't mean that it stops us from thinking that way, though. um, but awareness is the first step, right? So I guess something that I do struggle with sometimes is feeling like I need to be this put together version of myself at all times, this ideal version of myself at all times. But truth be told, I think in today's society, we're sold this idea of our ideal version looking like a perfect put together person who has no bad days and is always happy, always traveling, making a certain amount of money, having a certain amount of friends, um, and just having all aspects of their life together. Oh, yeah, being married at a certain age, having a relationship, um, just having everything figured out. But as I've mentioned in one of my videos before, it's a fucking lie. That's what it is. Having it all figured out is a fucking lie. No one knows what the fuck they're doing. They don't. Okay? They don't know what they're doing. And it would be a disservice to you for me to say that I know what I'm doing, because I don't. The reason I make these videos is because it's like my little corner of the internet where I feel like I can just be without filtering myself or um, editing myself, which is one of the reasons why, if you've noticed, I don't edit my videos, is because I want them to be as authentic and real as possible. I don't edit my videos. I used to do that a lot where because I have like so much stuff in my brain, I pause a lot before articulating on complex ideas, specifically when I like start, right? But then when I get into the flow of things, like it just flows. But I used to do this thing where I used to edit out my pauses, even when I used to make content on Instagram. And it's just so fake, like, because that's how we are when we talk in real life. So why would we edit that? Imagine like someone editing that out when you're having a conversation with them, because that would be so crazy. Anyways, but yeah, we just have this idea of like having our shit together at all times, and none of us do, ever. But anyway, I was in that sort of a funk for the past 3 days where, I was like either in the future or in the past, and I was not enjoying where I am at the moment. And I think like so many of us go through that, you know. I had a conversation with my mom. My parents raised some wise ass kids because they're so wise, but I talked to my parents and my mom actually gave me a very good solution to uh, the overthinking. She told me to postpone my anxiety. So she told me that she used to do this when she was like my age. She would schedule a time in her calendar where she would, or like, I guess she didn't have phones back then, but like she would schedule a time in the day where she would say, "This is my overthinking hour," or whatever. And every time she went through her day doing some sort of tasks or whatever, she would just remind herself that and if the thought, like if she started overthinking, like say that she's doing the dishes and she starts overthinking, she would remind herself, no, like we're gonna overthink this in that hour that we have allotted. So she should postpone her overthinking. And she said that what this does is like try it for a week, and what this will do is when that hour comes, you'll just realize that you have nothing to think about anymore. So I tried that, and it's been what, 3-ish days now since I've done that. And it's working great, to be honest. I genuinely feel so present. And whenever my mind like starts wandering about these shoulds or places I should be or things I should be doing, or I see all these people going out during the week and I don't have plans. I just pretty much come home and after work and go to the gym and like make my food, and I used to feel very guilty about that, and sometimes I still do, but then this I keep reminding myself that we're not comparing ourselves to anyone else, but that's where the gratitude thing happened, which is what I want to talk about. It's all related, trust. So anyway, but I started thinking yesterday that there's literally no one but me who's thinking these thoughts. Like, I know it's a very simple realization, but we don't really sit down and think about that. Who is having these thoughts? I am. Who can change these thoughts? I can. Self. Who is feeling this way? I am. Who can change that? Self. So it comes back to that. So I asked myself, what would I like to feel right now? What is it truly that I would like to feel? And I wanted to feel just thankful, because I hands down think that the best state that you can be in is gratitude. And the reason for that is because when we were kids, we were just always happy because we're always just so grateful to be in the now, Like our natural state of being was just love, but like gratitude, like just relief all times. One of my most memorable childhood memories is it used to be like the summer in India, and I think I've like said this in one of my videos before, but I don't remember anyway, so I'll say it again. But okay, I'm gonna close my eyes for this because it brings up so much joy and gratitude and relief for me, so I'm gonna relive that in front of you. This is probably when I was like 10 or 11. It's the summer vacations, and obviously I'm off school, so my brother and I, we've come home from playing outside with our friends, and it's lunchtime, so we've come back home. It's probably like a Sunday, so our dad's home. He's not working because my dad has his own business, so he, works all the time. So anyway, he's home for lunch. He's made his amazing dish, which is mutton gravy with bhakris, and we're sitting there, the four of us, having the best meal of our life. Literally the best meal of my freaking life. After that, we have a full box of mangoes. And I can smell them right now. Like, the fragrance of Alfonso mangoes is just something different. They smell so good. Anyway, mangoes. My dad cuts one of each for all of us. And we eat the mangoes. And after that, my parents go into their room. My brother and I go into our room. And we turn the AC on. And if you know anything about Indian heat, it is hot. Hot. So, turn the AC on and take a fat nap. And the only thing I'm worrying about in that moment, or the only thing I'm not even worrying, the only thing I'm thinking about in that moment is I'm going to wake up in an hour, and then I'm going to go back out and hang out with my friends. And then we're going to go to the store and buy some ice cream and chips and some Coke. We're just going to drink it and eat the ice cream and the chips, and we're going to play all evening. And it's the same thing the next day. Wow. I feel like I was in another reality right now. But what that does for me, that memory, it evokes so much peace and so much joy and so much gratitude, because it just reminds me of absolutely no problems in my life. It reminds me of a time in my life where I did not care about anything but the present moment. And what if I told you that you can do the exact same thing right now, regardless of what you're seeing out here? Because if you know anything about the law, if you know anything about any law of the universe, or any laws of the universe, you'll know that like attracts like. So if you feel after that state, which for me, and whatever I described, brought up a state of gratitude, relief, peace, love, joy, those states, those beautiful states, if you keep feeling after those, you will find that your world will change. And we often wait for things to change in our lives to express gratitude, but why wait? Why not just start now? Because there's always going to be something you're going to be grateful for. Like, I know right now, the me a year ago, she is grateful as hell for this apartment. She is grateful as hell for living with two people who are absolutely the best roommates she's ever had. That's what I am grateful for right now, and that's what she's grateful for, because a year ago, that was not the case. So there's always something to be grateful for. So I guess to kind of end this video, I just want to say, like, don't wait to feel whatever you want to feel, Like, just whatever it is that you think whatever it is you think the thing is going to make you feel after you get it, feel that feeling right now. Like, you're probably wanting a job because you want to feel relief that you're getting after having a job, or the feeling of relief you're getting after you make said money, or the feeling, whatever desire. This is just a job, as just an example, but whatever your desire is, just feel it now, because what you're doing is just feeling it right now. And don't let the shoulds stop you. Like, oh, it should be like this right now. No, don't let that stop you. Wasted too much time thinking like that. I don't want you to do the same. So if you take anything away from it, let yourself feel the state now. I think that's what I'm going to title this video. Let yourself feel it now. Just do it. Just try it. It'll feel weird, but just try it out. Just try it. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Or actually, do some chores, go to sleep. But yeah, let's go out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.